Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the AM Volatility Report. Reminder, this is for educational purposes only. None of this should be considered investment advice. Options have risk. Consult your financial professional. So, here we are. We had a market that was down. It was down a lot more pre-market and is now down about 5. You got the VIX up a little bit into a long weekend. So, when we come in on Monday, or not on Monday, on Tuesday, because it is a long weekend, VIX will be about 12.5, 1270, all things being equal if we sit here. You can see VIX Mo over 12. With this little VVIX pop, take a look at VVIX. VVIX now back below 85, had been below 80, which is just a dirt cheap for that index. When VVIX gets below 80, it's almost always time to buy that index. And yesterday was no exception. And the fact that it's remained this low through this kind of weird VIX period is telling of how important, there's been all sorts of discussion around this catalyst funds thing. But that's just the way it is. Now we are seeing a little movement, even though VIX isn't moving very much. Take a look at the VIX futures. March is up. April's up a little bit. May's up a little bit. So everything's up a little bit. So a little bit of movement. Nothing crazy, but a little bit of movement in the futures, and that is certainly pushing prices around. You now have the VIX over 12. I wouldn't be surprised to see the VIX catch a little bit of bid. We've just had so much going on. I'm frankly surprised that we haven't seen more of a bid. Other things that are going around, take a look at TLT. Bonds are moving. So one of the positions in our strategy letter is a TLT spread. We are going to be doing something with that today. There's some action there. And so, yeah, TLT is just dirt cheap. TLT vol is dirt cheap, and the stock moving today again. So another day of nice rallying, and so there's going to be something to be done there with TLT. Oil. Talk about spinning its wheels. Oil's done nothing for weeks and continues to do nothing for weeks. So for all the talk on oil, it ain't doing much. All right. Then lastly, gold. With the dollar having been somewhat strong, I'm surprised that it's rallied like this, but it's a safe trade. It's a safe haven trade, and I think that we are seeing some money flow into safe haven assets. All right, now looking at the individual ETFs, you should quickly notice nothing's going crazy. Energy down some, and the financials down. Financials have been the driver of the market going up and down, and the fact that they're down nicely today is probably a pretty good sign that the market's going to be down. In fact, if financials are down, I can almost guarantee you that the Dow is going to be down and these SPUs are going to be down. Now, they're not down that much, but they're down enough. And so that's kind of where things are. On the day, don't be surprised if we sit here or maybe even meander toward unched. Don't be surprised if VIX hangs around 12 for the day. That's the way I think things line up today, and probably over the weekend. So, folks, keep an eye out. We're going to have a webinar next week, and we'll be having our next event on either the 4th or the 11th. So keep an eye out for that. All right, folks. If you got questions, you can email me mark@optionpit.com or call me 888-TRADE-01. Have a great long weekend, everybody.